Welcome to Well, That Just Happened. I'm your host, Cody Spence.
And I'm your co-host, Mark Hawk.
This is a podcast about, well, do you want to tell them, Mark?
Yeah, so this is a podcast that takes a look at news stories from around the world.
Some that shock us, some that have us asking what just happened, and some that we just found interesting.
So if you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review.
We're on YouTube and any other podcast platform.
And with that being said, all that's left is, let's see what's happening this season.
Okay, so for this episode, I wanted to stick with my theme to kind of start things out. So I want you to keep that in mind. But I gotta ask, when you order something online, you want it as fast as you can possibly get it, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
So, and that's one thing that's nice that, Amazon has is that next day, 2-day.
In some areas, they even have 2 hour.
Yeah, which, like, the bigger cities and stuff.
Yeah.
So, there was a video that went viral. It was for a semi-trailer that had Amazon right across the side. Where this dude said, forget this roadblock, forget construction, I'm making it my next day. Delivery. And cuts across the median.
To deliver someone's package?
Well, I mean, to get to where he needs to go to drop it off.
I'm saying, that's dedication.
Yeah, so there was a TikTok viral video of this. So it says, the next day delivery ain't no joke. Viral TikTok shows Amazon truck driving off highway to get out of a traffic jam. The video sparked debate over the lengths the driver may have felt they had to go to get in order to get their delivery where it needed to be.
See, did they ever get tipped?
The delivery drivers?
Yeah, I don't think they do. But I feel like that guy deserves it.
Oh, absolutely. He went above and beyond.
And that's what you want from an employee. So I hope Amazon doesn't want to fire him over it or nothing.
No, so, okay. The semi-truck driver, he was familiar with Amazon. He worked for them for quite a while. From the clip, it doesn't look like a number of the vehicles were taking the approach that he did, but he just said, screw it, I'm out. Like, I gotta get where I need to go. So anybody who wants to watch the TikTok video, the username is at Cami Hardman. That's CAMIHARDMAN. And this video has over 3 million views.
Nice.
I'll show it to you later so you
All
can
right.
actually see it. But this isn't the first viral video of an Amazon vehicle driving through potentially unsafe conditions. So, like, this is a thing where those Amazon people...
They take their job serious.
Right, so I think they should get a pay increase because they take next day delivery very serious.
I love it.
But yeah, so like this person, they didn't get in trouble or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
It just it's more along the lines of why I wanted to bring it up was the whole aspect of this person read the situations like I gotta be at this place by this time. There's people that have their I don't know, what do you order off of Amazon? Like, your essentials, like your toilet paper, groceries, whatever in the back. We got to make it to the goal.
Well, we don't have clothes stores around here very much anymore.
No.
So a lot of people I know that will order clothes off of Amazon because of the 2-day shipping.
He's probably thinking, these people need their Mickey Mouse t-shirts now. Their kids need the bathing suits. It's summertime.
Maybe I want my damn pajamas.
Okay, maybe. But yeah, so like I thought that was just very interesting. Just the fact of the individual was just said, "Heck with like." I've sat in a traffic jam for hours before it didn't have the gall to just say screw it and go.
Oh no. I drove beside people, turned around where you're not supposed to in the cop stop and said, screw this, I'm just going home.
No, okay.
I have no patience.
Well, this person did it with a semi, though.
Now that's ballsy.
Yeah.
I like it. But they didn't do it dangerously where they put anybody in a danger, did they?
No.
Okay, well then, yeah, I don't see a problem with it.
No. It just, like I said, to me it was just fascinating. So, the other story that I have, we all know about Twitter. At some form of it, we know about Twitter. And one of the things that Twitter is the best at is for people to express their thoughts.
Well, yeah.
Celebrities, politicians, and criminals, they decide that they want to share what they think. So if you had Twitter, what kind of stuff do you think you would tweet?
Probably some bullshit to get people laughing, or maybe situations to make people think.
Yeah, okay. So this person decided they were going to join Twitter, and then within, I believe it was a span of 48 hours, got kicked off Twitter for 186 tweets of, I'm going to blow up Disney.
You know what? I don't like Disney either, so go whoever the hell you are.
Here it is. Man threatened to blow up Disney executive homes, rant about Activision, and sent 186 tweets in 3 hours to deputies.
Oh, wow. What, he sent them to deputies?
Yeah.
Wow. You really fucking hate Disney. I mean, I don't like Disney. I've been there. And, I mean, I remember at one point, my wife just looked at me and my daughter, and she was, like, so mad. She, like, stomped her foot. This is supposed to be the happiest fucking place on earth. And we were making her miserable. So, I mean, I feel the guy's pain. I don't like that place either.
A man went to a prolific tweet storm ranting about a video game company's ongoing legal problems and threatening to blow up Disney executives' homes. Florida authorities say deputies arrested Stephen James Jordan, 31, on Thursday and booked him in the Pinellas County Jail. So, just an example of some of the tweets he did. He did, at Disney, or we will blow up all of your execs' homes with C4. He did, at Disney, I will toss a hand grenade through their loft window. I mean, this person was very specific in what he was going to do. But you heard about the Activision kind of controversy thing that was going on, didn't you?
No.
Activision and Blizzard. There was a lot of, like, sexual harassment kind of things and stuff like that.
Sexual harassment?
Yeah, that was going on with their employees.
Oh.
Wait
a second. It's not where a guy was just complimenting a woman on one of her features and she got butthurt about it.
It definitely was a lot worse than that.
Oh, okay.
So here's just another thing from the article. There were several other tweets directed toward Activision Games in reference to their video games, derogatory comments about their executives, and current litigation issues. So the Department of Fair Employment and Housing sued video game giant Activision Blizzard last month, saying the 2-year investigation found prolific discrimination and harassment by the companies against the female associates. So that just kind of gives you a little bit of a background on what was going on and kind of what he was saying. But according to the arrest affidavit, an investigator spoke to Jordan on the phone, and Jordan later said that he posted stupid things on Twitter and that he didn't really mean it. He didn't want to get arrested. So he pretty much was like, I said it, but I got caught. So
my bad.
Yeah. Oops.
But I feel like some people do take it too far. Okay, I thought he was like at a park, something happened. You know, you had to wait like 2 hours in one of those damn lines, and he was like,
Yeah.
all right, this is enough.
No, that wasn't the case. So, I do have one more story. And look, I think we got some time for it. So, alright, we all know that affairs happen and, you know, some sketchy stuff goes down when people have an affair. So, say your wife's having an affair. What is one of the weirdest things you can think that could happen?
Her brakes go out on her way to see him on accident.
Alright. I'll just read you the headline of this. An Alabama man thought he'd been shot by an intruder. It turns out it was his wife's boyfriend who's been secretly living in their house.
And he shot the husband?
Yeah.
What the hell?
An Alabama man was shot by his wife's boyfriend who was secretly living in the couple's home, officials said. The Mobile County Sheriff's Office said that the wife told her husband that an intruder was in their home Sunday night and he was armed himself with a gun. The men then shot each other and both went to the hospital, the news outlet reported. The sheriff's office and Michael Amaker, the wife's boyfriend, for over 1 year had been living at their house shortly before the shooting. She had been allowing him to stay with them within the home for a couple of days, providing him food. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article. The gist of it is they had a spare bedroom. She was letting this dude live in there, and instead of him going out using the bathroom stuff, he was peeing into water bottles and stuff, and she was like feeding him, like dropping off little care packages of food. And
do you think she was trying to get rid of both of them?
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it sounds like.
Oh, I think the fact like
she was setting it up to where maybe like both of them murder each other, and then she's out of the relationship with both of them.
Yeah. Like I said, I believe that was somewhat close to what was going on, only because obviously she knew that person had a gun. If it was a murder plot, I think it would have been more along the lines like, hey, I heard a noise. Why don't you go downstairs and check it out? Not just, hey, there's some dude down there with a gun. You might want to take one with you. So I imagine some like old like Tombstone showdown, and then
see that women are crazy. And, you know, you could definitely tell that was her just trying to get rid of both of them. And, I mean, it almost worked, apparently, if they shot each other.
But there was one little detail that I wanted to throw out there. The sheriff's office hadn't uncovered a motive for the wife telling her husband that Amaker was an intruder. Investigators said she was too intoxicated to be interviewed after the shooting. So I found that part pretty funny. But, yeah, there's... Amaker was jailed in charges of attempted murder and possession of the firearm.
And that was the boyfriend?
Yeah, that was the boyfriend.
Okay. So wait, what? I don't get it. Like, what was his excuse for trying to shoot the husband? He was just trying to get rid of the husband? Or
it doesn't go into detail about that part. Because I'm assuming because it's an attempted murder thing, it's the trials and everything's still going to go on.
Okay.
That's just something that you guys are going to have to look up on your own, or we might do it.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to definitely keep track of that.
But yeah, that's just one of those ones where something doesn't feel right about that.
Yeah, that's definitely confusing to me, so that's why I was just
But the crazy part to me was, like, the dude... The boyfriend's living in the house. Like...
And how does a guy not know that?
Yeah. Alright, you go down to lay down to bed at night, you just, like, you hear some loud, like, bump, you're like, the hell was that? I don't know about you, but a lot of times if I hear, like, a loud thud or any kind of noise, I go check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, because it could be the cat knocked something off the stand, or the dog knocked something over, or whatever. You want to go at least make sure something's not broken.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Alright, so what I got for us this week is David Working, 42, sued his parents for getting rid of his porn. You didn't even have a reaction to that one.
I'm trying to process that.
Okay.
How?
Okay.
Why? What?
Okay, so when David was in the process of going through a divorce, he moved in with his parents, Paul and Beth. He lived there for about 10 months before he was asked to leave. He moved from their home in Michigan to Indiana. He asked his parents to deliver some of his belongings. They did, but his porn was missing. He valued the porn at $29,000.
My God. What kind of porn did he have?
Everything. Okay, so he was suing them for almost 3 times that amount. In total, David listed more than 400 VHS tapes, 1,600 DVDs. The list was 17 pages long.
Well, hold up. Wait, how many DVDs?
1,600.
Oh, my Christ.
Okay, so I don't understand why someone has so much porn when Pornhub is free.
When was this story?
I don't think that there's a date on it. I don't remember.
I could see back in the maybe early 2000s, late 90s.
Yeah, well, the wife found this one, so she didn't put the date on it. But Yeah, so he had 17 pages long list of his porn, included titles such as Young Nurses in Heat, 6 discs of Granny's Gone Anal. It appears that while David was still in high school, his parents found out he was distributing porn amongst his classmates. They put a stop to it. They contacted the school and other parents and destroyed the porn, saying if they ever found it in their house again, they would dispose of it. In an email, David's dad said that when he got married, we figured that, that was Mary's problem now and not ours. Apparently, the love of a good woman was not enough.
I am so fucking blown away by this. The more you talk, my brain is just screaming, "What?"
Yeah, well, this is what his dad says. Apparently, the love of a good woman was not enough to turn you from your evil ways.
Did you hear those titles? This dude's in some weird stuff.
Yeah. Well, it says after 10 years of abuse, Mary had enough and kicked you out. After living on the streets for a while, we allowed you to live with us. Again, despite the way you mistreated us. The email continued. We were not surprised that you lied to us about having porn because you lied to us every day about other things for the entire 10 months you lived with us. However, we were amazed at the magnitude of the lie. So we counted 12 moving boxes full of porn plus 2 boxes of sex toys, as you call them. We began.
What? As you call them?
I don't know. The guy.
What else are they called?
Daddy's old school.
Okay.
So, it's.
Wow.
Older people, they don't understand the toy part of the sex part. I mean, they understand there's a vibrator and that's it, I don't know if pocket pussies were big back in the day or any of that, So, I mean, there's some things probably, they don't understand where you clip things to your taint and all that, Okay. So, they began that day the process of destroying them, and it took quite a while to do so. So, in an email that David sent his father, he asked for his missing things, including sex tape, large container of smutty magazines. In it, he tells his dad, "There's plenty of porn on the internet. Believe me, I know you need it with mom around. I needed it with Mary around. Meanwhile, for me, there are college girls out there waiting to be made into women."
Oh my god.
So, his father said, "It is not natural or normal for a person to have sex with his or her mother. It is not natural or normal for a person to have sex with their father." It continues
What the fuck is
with
this guy talking about?
all the, how porn is nowadays.
Yeah.
You got your stepsister, your stepdad, your stepmother, all that kind of porn.
Daddy's taking this stuff literal.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Like, he doesn't understand that in porn there's acting.
Well.
And that you just have those titles.
Okay.
And that they're not actually related. So to him, he sees his son watching this stuff, and he's thinking, oh my god, he's watching stuff about son screws mother, and he's maybe thinking he wants to do his own mom or something. It's you see the titles out there. How many videos have you seen where stepsis or stepmom gets stuck in a situation or anything, like, oh my god, my head's caught in the dryer that I could easily pull out my head out. Or under the coffee table, literally, seriously?
I saw one where the stepmom had her hands stuck in the couch.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So, obviously, it's unrealistic. But, yeah, the dad, I mean, you got to figure. The guy is 42 at this age.
So, dad's at least in his 20s.
In his 60s.
Oh, yeah, he had the kid at least in his 20s, if not a little bit
even
before.
if they had him as a teenager, he's still late 50s or
Yeah.
whatever. So, he's old school. So, he doesn't understand it. But, anyways, it continues with, their brother or sister. This son or daughter, any child, related or not, an animal. He just was saying that this shit's not normal. Like, he doesn't get it, man. He's old. So, like, basically he's saying anything with any family member in the title, no. You do not do that. And he's not understanding that it's just the way porn is now. I don't understand the obsession with all the stuff. I don't know. I mean, maybe a lot of people out there have hot stepsisters and they're just like, hey, this is the thing now that they want to do.
I guess.
Okay, but says, I found DVDs depicting all of these practices in your collection. Such things should not be promoted, celebrated, or glamorized. In the end, the case went to court, and David won.
Oh my God.
The judge said there is no question that the destroyed property was David's property. The defendants repeatedly admitted that they destroyed the property. As of now, it has not been determined how much money the parents will have to pay. But they did lose the case, and they do owe David an amount of money.
I want to be on that jury. I wish I would have known. That would have been the greatest trial ever.
I mean,
just because if he had that much porn, there were certain videos that were his favorites. So when he stood up, I want to be repaid for this one and this one and this one, and it just goes down the list, and everyone's going, "Did I watch that?"
Okay, but did you not hear the part about the sex tape he had too?
Yeah.
That their parents destroyed. So that's something that's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
You make a sex tape with somebody and you make one copy of that, there's no replacing it. What if it was like some hot ass chick and your parents destroyed it? I mean, they're lucky he didn't commit murder in that case.
Well, good thing you said that, because as you're going on and reading all this stuff about all the porn, one thing I kept thinking the whole time was, this is who you watch to be a psycho. Like a serial rapist, murderer, whatever.
Just because he had a lot of porn?
Hell yeah!
Oh, dude.
Okay, he had that grand abundance of porn. Okay, porn gone.
Yeah, okay. That would upset anyone, I think.
And the reason that I would say that is somebody you watch is because his fetishes or whatever is so widespread that there could have been things like he kind of wanted to, something that was like a fantasy to, wanting to act out. Maybe there was some BDSM that, things that got really brutal and stuff. And by watching it, you can kind of alleviate that, like, built-up tension for something like that.
Well, and that's why Pornhub is so great, because they let people with a rape fantasy or a fetish for your family or whatever, they let people like that have an outlet to watch. So
you can't tell me that's not too much porn, though.
I didn't say it wasn't. But what I am saying is, if this guy had that many fantasies out there or fetishes or whatever, and you just took that from him, his outlet, his way to have that release, that I'm not saying it's normal, but you took it away from him.
I do not disagree with the fact that he deserves some. That's a lot of money that he had spent.
And
he could have been collecting for a long time.
Over 2,000 videos? I mean, 1,600 DVDs, over 400 VHSs. That's a long time of collecting.
12 boxes.
12 boxes of porn and 2 boxes of sex toys.
That's a U-Haul.
I mean, a small U-Haul, yeah.
Yeah.
But if that is his safe outlet and he doesn't go out and about trying to do something insane or
like I'm all for if you want to watch porn, whatever. Just that abundance of it to me is very suspicious, only because of Why so much?
You know, there's sex addicts out there. They
Yeah.
even have, like, you know, they have AA and NA and all those people that are addicted to stuff. They have that for sex people too, you
Yeah.
know. And some people just, they gotta get it a lot per day. I mean, some people, if they don't come 3 or 4 times a day, they could snap and go postal. This guy was probably one of those people.
It's just baffling.
I understand that, and maybe it's not normal to us, but if this is healthy outlet, I mean, I don't know what the abuse of his wife
Well,
was.
that was another thing where they're like the abuse of you abused us and you abused her. In my mind, I'm thinking it's rape related because this is a sexual kind of a case. It all has to do with porn. I'm thinking it's one of those scenarios where either he gets hot and bothered by the porn and wants to have sex with his wife, and she says no, and then he just takes it anyway.
I mean, those are in some videos.
Yeah. But where do you relinquish fantasy and reality when you are construing sexual situations to such a broad...
Okay, hypothetically,
Okay.
like, have you ever went to start sex with your significant other and she said, no, I'm not in the mood right now, and you just say, oh, keep saying that, it'll make it go quick?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I was just wondering. All right, I say it's about time we get to the wrap up.
All right, the wrap up.
That?
You know why.
In our weekly wrap-up, we discuss some of our personal opinions and ideas. So let's see what we thought this week.
Okay.
Alright, to start out the wrap up, I would like to bring up the wife who had her boyfriend living in the house.
Okay.
And I feel like that's premeditated murder. So, I don't care if she's intoxicated or whatever her excuse was for that night. No. Like, she should be the one going to jail, and them 2 guys should be getting away out on bail or whatever, and or not even having to deal with that. I mean, they both got shot because of her. Her bad choices. You know, if she wants to be a whore, do it on your own time. You know, don't get your husband shot over it.
Do you think the boyfriend knew?
See, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking that maybe she texted the boyfriend and was like, oh, there's an intruder in here. And, like, kind of played them against each other as if there's an intruder in the house. And trying to set it up so that way that would happen.
Yeah, I can see that. The part to me that I find so interesting about that story is the idea of the boyfriend had to have known he was staying in a married woman's house if he had to stay confined to like a room.
If he's peeing in bottles,
Right.
you know.
Right, and so kind of like to what you were saying, would that not be a little bit suspicious as like, hey, there's an intruder in here, and if it were me and I'm getting that text, I'm like, tell your fucking husband to take care of it. Fucking
Yeah,
leave me alone.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, you only call me when it's playtime.
Yeah.
You know, but that's us. All right, anything you want to touch up on in the wrap up?
The the amount of porn. I'm still blown away.
I figure you'd be blown away by the amount of porn. And I get that's a lot. And the guy was sick. And, you know, but some people have them fantasies that just need played out.
I mean, I get it. I mean, that you go on Pornhub and you start out by watching one video. Next thing you know, you're down to, gone through 10 of them.
Yeah, it's addicting. And this guy, I mean, okay, what happens if your internet goes out?
Yeah.
And you need to run one off? Okay, I got 2,000 videos I can watch. I don't need the internet. Or if you got a nosy person who wants to check your phone and see what you're looking at, then you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
It's, you just pop in a video. And,
Yeah,
and they don't
yeah.
know. In a DVD, like the VHS, you can see what you're watching where you're at. But a DVD, I mean, once you pop that out, they don't know what you was watching.
Yeah. Oh, think of how much easier it was back in the day. Having to actually rewind everything.
No, that was more difficult.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, how much easier it was to catch somebody.
Oh, yeah. Well, but that's the thing. Like, for me, the VHS tapes, I would have converted them to DVD. So that way, you know, I could watch what I want to watch and not have to explain, why are you watching this? Because some of the stuff he had, I'm sorry, for a wife, and maybe that was the abuse. Like, you know, she questioned him too much on his porn addiction, and he's just like, bitch, quit asking. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really go into detail the abuse that she suffered, but I'm going to guess that she didn't like his porn collection and those fighting words.
I'd imagine it got pretty rough.
Yeah. Well, all right.
Well, that just happened.
If you like what you heard, tune in next week to see what else we find.
Also, please leave a review, a like, and subscribe.
If there's something you think is interesting and would like us to address, then reach out to the show and let us know.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you want to reach us.
And with that being said, this concludes our episode of Well, That Just Happened.